Okay, the 36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. Are the parties ready to proceed on Bernard Banks? Sorry.
They're already.
Okay, I didn't know if you heard me. Okay, this is the People versus Bernard Banks, ticket number SP 143-67301. Count one, unregistered or untitled vehicle. Today's date and time is scheduled for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Daniel. I'm 6107 on behalf of Mr. Banks.
Mr. Banks, please state your name for the record.
Bernard Anthony Banks.
Judge, my client has shown me on the screen what seems to be a valid registration. We move for dismissal.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I don't mean to interrupt. This is the court reporter. I'm having a hard time hearing Mr. Arm.
Mr. Arm, can you be a little clearer? And that was the only charge, because I thought that there were no dismissals.
I think that's the only charge. I didn't say there's no dismissals. I think I have one or
No,
two.
it wasn't you. When you were gone, I wanted to do the dismissals.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of any dismissals, Your Honor, so I did say no.
Okay, so what does he have valid? What is
Valid registration.
valid registration? Okay, the court will acknowledge that an officer of the court has verified that Mr. Banks does have valid registration. Therefore, this matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Banks, you are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
So,
This is the People versus Lewis Brownlee, ticket number SP 143948881. Count one, improper plates. Ticket number SP 143949931. Operating with no license. Count two, unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count three, no insurance misdemeanor. Today's date and time is scheduled for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Good morning.
Mr. Arm, you're still having a really poor connection. Is that the reason that you have fallen off the Zoom, because you had a bad connection?
There was a problem. Yes. Is this any better?
That's better.
Okay. So Daniel, on behalf of Mr. Brownlee. Mr. Brownlee, state your name.
Louis Brownlee.
Judge, I have received an offer from prosecutor that my client would plead to a failure to display. Other charges would be dropped. I've apprised him of his rights. He's prepared to plead today.
Okay, Mr. Brownlee, you had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Arm in the breakout room, and he advised you of your rights. Did you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
Keep your hand in the camera. Thank you. And do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Madam Clerk?
On March 7th, 2023, were you in the city of Detroit in the area of McNichols?
Yes.
Did you
And were you driving a 2017 Chrysler?
Yes.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, sir?
Yes.
And when asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, Counselor?
I am satisfied.
Stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals?
Yeah, we stipulate probable cause.
Thank you. The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Brownlee for failure to display a valid driver's license. Mr. Brownlee, the fines and fees in that matter is going to be $220. Are you currently working?
Yes.
Okay. Would you need 2 weeks or 30 days to pay it?
30 days.
Madam Clerk?
August the 7th.
If it's not paid by August 7th, you do need to appear back here on this same Zoom at 8:30 that morning to request an extension, as long as it's paid by August, did we say 7th? 3rd.
Yes, 7th.
7th. As long as it's paid by August 7th, you don't need to appear back on Zoom.
Okay, I had like some prior tickets. I want to know are those still in play or I don't know.
Tell us before now.
I asked my lawyer if it showed up because that was the reason why I came here this time because I had like some old warrants or something.
Madam Clerk,
I'm checking now. No, we did not hear you on those tickets.
does he have a future date?
No. They in warrants that,
What are
they all
they?
in. Do
What
you
are they?
want me to, oh, they're improper plates, unregistered, untitled vehicle, no insurance, and driving while license are improper or invalid.
Mr. Geringer, did you get that?
Yes, I was able to hear.
Improper plates, unregistered or untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor, and driving while license are invalid or improper.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Arm, if you want, we can pass and we could try to resolve those, or if you want a future date.
We're gonna, no. We're gonna resolve them today, but we're gonna do body and brace before you guys
Yeah,
go into the breakout room.
Okay, very good.
what we call his matter. Mr. Brown, you can put your phone back on mute, sir.
Okay.
Did we conclude those cases? So I just want to make sure that the record reflects that on the case that you were in front of me for today, we've entered a guilty plea on your behalf for the failure to display and ordered you to pay $220 by August 7th. And you understand that you're to come back on August 7th if it's not paid. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You can go and let us handle the other 2 matters and work out. Attorney Arm will let you know what the plea offer is going to be for the other 4 that are in warrant status after, and he'll make a motion for us to set aside your warrant.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Madam Clerk?
I don't want to mispronounce the name. Is it Sadea? Sadea?
It's Sadia.
Sadia, okay, Sadia, thank you. This is the People versus Sadia Brace, ticket number SP 14527211, operating with no license. Ticket number SP 14526931, disregarding traffic control device. Count 2, expired plates, and count 3, no proof of insurance. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Daniel. Rates. Please state your name.
Sadia Brace.
Judge, I was a little delinquent in this. I forgot that she has a moving traffic violation as well. So I was just concerned with the registration and their insurance, which seemed to be valid. So I would have to speak to the prosecutor to see what we do about the moving violation.
What is her moving violation for?
Disregarding traffic control device.
Mr. Geringer, is there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer which I had indicated to Mr. Arm previously was if Ms. Brace were to complete the driver's improvement course, this would be reduced to a blockading traffic. The remaining charges would be dismissed.
Well, she has valid license too, by the way.
Okay.
She has valid license and registration, is that correct?
And insurance, yeah.
And so for the, and she, okay, so today it is 1 traffic violation, 1 driving without a license, 1 registration, and 1 insurance on the docket.
Yes.
Mr. Geringer, would you object to us dismissing the ones where she has valid documents now? And then whatever your requirements are for her to plead to blockading, she can do that in return on another date?
I guess, no, I would say in light of the fact that those are being dismissed, I would accept the plea to blockading today.
Today?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Brace, did you understand any of that?
I don't know what he mean by block. I don't know what that is, but I did understand about the other tickets.
Mr. Arm, can you just?
I go to
give
breakout.
her- We can't hear you, Mr. Arm.
I can go to a breakout room with her if you want.
You can, or you can just explain to her what blockading is so that she can decide.
Ma'am, blockading is illegal. It'll cost you money, but it's no points on your record. They're offering to you to reduce your charge to blockading if you want to take that.
Okay, I understand.
You do understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to avail yourself of the offer to plead responsible to blockading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Attorney Arm, do you stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals?
I do.
Do you also stipulate to probable cause or stipulate to the four corners of the ticket on the factual basis for blockading?
Yes.
Okay. So the court is going to enter a responsible plea on Ms. Brace's behalf, blockading, dismissing all other matters without prejudice. And for the blockading ticket, Ms. Brace, it's $175. Can you pay it within the next 2 weeks or do you need 30 days?
I could pay it within the next 2 weeks.
Are you certain that you can pay it within the next 2 weeks?
Yes, I work. I get paid next Thursday, so I'll be willing to pay it.
Okay, so it's gonna be due on July 21st. If it's not paid by July 21st, you do need to appear back here on this Zoom. As long as it's paid, you no longer have to come back to court on that matter, as long as $175.
Yes, ma'am. I'll pay it. So how do I pay it? Is it like a website or something I go on?
Yes, you can go to 36districtcourt.org. You can either pay it on 36district.org or you can go to a kiosk, or there's a list of DivDat machines in your neighborhood that you can go into and pay it there as well.
Okay, yes, I'll get that ticket paid.
You put yourself on mute before I
I
can
say-
hear you.
I'll get that ticket paid next week.
Thank you. So you have until
You're
July
welcome.
21st. Just don't forget, if you don't pay it for whatever reason, you do need to come back on July 21st to ask for an extension.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get it paid.
Okay, have a good
Thank
day.
you so much. You too.
You're welcome. Ready, Brown, Body?
Yes, this is the People versus Darius Body, ticket number SP 9572371. Driving while license driving while license are improper or invalid. Today's date and time is scheduled for a arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the attorney.
Daniel Arm on behalf of Mr. Body. Mr. Body, state your name.
Unmute your phone.
I'm not on the phone. I'm on the computer, but
Unmute your device.
I just did Darius Body.
Judge, my client, first of all, we asked for the bench warrant to be set aside. And my client also has shown what appears to be a valid license on the screen. I believe it's been approved by Madam Clerk that it is valid by SOS. Move for dismissal.
Madam Clerk?
I'm sorry, I was taking a phone call. Sorry about that. He does have valid driver's license. I checked.
So the court first will set aside the warrant per your request. I enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of Mr. Body. As far as the valid driver's license, the court is going to dismiss this matter without prejudice since there is a verification by the court that Mr. Body does in fact have a valid driver's license as of today. Mr. Body, you are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Now, I guess, I don't know if we can go off YouTube if you want to discuss it here, if you want to go in a breakout room, it doesn't. Yeah, you should probably go into a breakout room because Mr. Arm is going to need to talk to Mr. Brownlee in a breakout room.